All right, everybody, we're back. Brand new week of the Cabral Concept. Each and every week, this Monday show is dedicated to improving your mindset and hopefully inspiring you to live your best life. A life that where you reach your potential, nobody else's but yours alone. And I also want to make sure that you never discount what it is that you're looking to go after in life. These are your goals. It's your life. You want to live it your way. Do good by others. There's no doubt about that. But also, you can do a lot of good for yourself. That's okay as well. I'm giving you permission to do that. So I want to share with you on today's show, really understanding what's in your control and what's out of your control in life. And when things are out of your control, it's not easy. I haven't mastered this as well, but I get better each and every year. It's that we want to let those things go. If we have no control over it, then worry is futile, right? It just leads to anxiety and loss of sleep that then affects our energy, our mood, our health, which only further spirals us down and out of control. So what I'm going to go over right now are things that are out of our control. It's not that they're not important, but they're out of our control. So we must release the need to try to control what is out of our control. Then we'll go over 7 key factors that are within your control. And this is what you should absolutely be focused on. So let's dive in. So I talk about this quite often, but what happened in the past to us is out of our control. Should we learn from it? Yes. But should we be conjuring up those images of what went wrong or even what went right in the past and isn't happening today? No, that is not within our control. What happened in the past, good or bad, is no longer affecting us in the present except for us bringing it forward through our memories, through our imaging, and reliving those fortunate or unfortunate past experiences. But either way, it is robbing you of your present. Now, I know easier said than done, and there's a lot of trauma from childhood and even adulthood. I don't discount that by any stretch of the imagination. But those memories, those thoughts, they're not serving you. Your brain keeps bringing them up, oftentimes negative things, to try to protect you. Don't let that happen in the future. And that is part of our brain and psychology. I've recommended this many times, but get your health right internally, but also working with a qualified mental health-based counselor. Nothing wrong with that. And actually, it's a really amazing thing, I think, to do. So besides the past is the future. So many of us are worried about the future. And it's something I certainly worried about as well. Now, when you don't have your health, you worry a lot about the future. There's no doubt about that. But you may worry about the future because of relationships, because of career, because of finances, because of the state of the economy or government or health or any number of things. There's a lot to be worried about. I don't discount it. The problem is worrying about it is not going to help. Only to a certain degree, meaning like allow you to be prepared for whatever may go wrong maybe in the future, right? But we can't then focus on it. So then we have to let it go. So like, let's say you're worried about like an electricity outage or any of those things. So you might say, okay, well, I'm going to get a generator and I'm going to have some backup food and some backup water and some water filters. Nothing wrong with that. Like, okay, so now you're prepared, but then that's it. Like, then you don't have to worry about it each and every day and worry about what could go wrong in the future. The same for any number of things. Like, okay, well, I got my health back, but what if I lose in the future? Well, we don't really want to worry about losing in the future, except that you can write down the plan, which I always talk about with my clients. We're going to write down the plan. We have it already locked in. If you ever lose your health, we're going to go back to that plan as to how you regained your health, right? So like that's a big thing. And then of course, when we're talking about focusing, what to focus on, well, we're not going to focus on losing it. We're going to focus on what we need to do to maintain, right? Or get even better. That's a big thing as well. All right, so that's the future. Worrying about the past causes depression. Worrying about the future causes anxiety and overwhelm. We don't want to do that. The other thing we can't worry about that's out of our control is what others think about us. Trust me, every person I know who is on social media, they're trying to do good, teach others, it's going to be 99+% all positive. But there's absolutely going to be that one person out there who says, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't like your hair. I don't like your education. I don't like your background. I don't like your tone of your voice. They'll tell you anything. You can't worry about what others say. Right? You can't worry about that. You can't focus on it. That's out of your control. that's on them. That really is. I mean, and if people are taking the time to comment on your social media, because they would never do that in real life. You don't need to worry about this in real life. Honestly, like maybe with family you do, but it's still, that's out of your control. They can think what they want to think. But on social media, most people would never do that. But here's the thing. Also, it's easy for them to do, but it's also easy for you to just say, you know what? This is not my issue. This is on them. It's none of my business what you think about me. That's the truth, right? Like say that to those people. Well, it's better just to ignore. But the truth is, in your head, you should be thinking about, it's not your job to worry about what other people think of you. Do good work, serve others, serve your family, serve yourself. All right. So same thing about what others think of you, what others say. It's the same exact thing. You can't control what others say. You also don't want others to control what you say. So it is what it is. Amazing. People get to say what they want to say, and we leave it at that. All right. Other people's motives. So you might say, like, why did that person say that? Or, that there, even between businesses, someone might say, put down there. I've seen this, not with any of ours, but I've seen this with a certain water company. They like put down other water filter companies. I'm like, listen, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? You're trying to all raise the industry. You're trying to raise knowledge. You're trying to raise awareness that people should filter their water, if not because of the excess fluoride that, again, if you want to make an argument about swishing it around your teeth, but not swallowing it, that's for sure, right? And what about chlorine? And what about all the pharmaceuticals in water? I mean, if you haven't heard about that, definitely look that up. We've got a lot of podcasts on it as well. But either way, again, don't ever worry about other people's motives. You don't know, right? You don't know what someone's going through. You don't know what the issues are. Can't worry about other people's motives. Why? Can't control them. That's their motives. You have no control over that. Just a couple more I want to share with you how others feel. So two people, I've seen it myself. I've seen it myself and others, and seen it myself even with my wife, is like how two people react can be radically different based on a situation. And most of that is simply based on past experiences. So something might get me excited where another person starts to get overwhelmed, or I get overwhelmed and the other person gets excited, right? All based on our confidence in that area or our past experiences. So we can't always worry about why do people feel the way that they feel? Or why doesn't everybody agree with me, right? Like we can't even think about that because people have different backgrounds, different ways of life, different experiences and circumstances. They have a different way of looking at things. All right. The last one this is a big one, especially for this time of the year, is like, can't worry about everything happening around you. You can't. You can prepare. You can be solid, you and your family, right? But what you can't do is worry about everything around you, because so much of that is out of your control. What we're going to talk about next, though, is what we can control, right? So we can't control other people. We can't control their motives, what they think, necessarily the world around us. We make our own little dent, and here's the thing. If there's enough of us, we make a real dent, right? If we all vote with our dollars, with our thoughts, with our words, with all of those things, it makes a real difference. That's why more people who believe in natural health and being a good person, all of those things, you need to stick together. You need to be able to speak out. Okay. Even if you are going to get censored by YouTube, right? So here's the thing. So now what's in our control? What should we focus on? If we can't focus on the past and the future, besides the planning part and the learning from, you can definitely do that. And all the other people and what can you focus on? You can focus on your daily productivity, the things that you can do on a daily basis that are going to move you forward. I've talked about it many times, but I want to share with this. If you have a to-do list, make sure you schedule your to-dos, because if it's not on your calendar, it's not going to get done. Focus on your day. From when you wake up in the morning, I call it the daily highlight. Just sit there, look at your day for a moment. Know it needs to get done. Know it is a priority. Know that you only have so much time, so focus on what matters. The second one is this: focus on how you fuel your body. Fuel. Fuel means food, but it also means knowledge, right? So fuel your body with good, healthy food 90% of the time. Now, you can do 100% if you want, but not many people are perfect. You may be, but not many people are, right? So 9 out of 10 meals is going to get you a long way. And my clients like when I share that with them. So after they do their 21-day elimination-based phase, then they get to eat 9 out of 10 meals clean. And when you look at that, it allows for essentially 2 to 3 maximum flex meals or cheats per week, however you want to call it. So most people just do a Wednesday and a Friday or a Thursday and a Saturday. And it's just like, and it works, right? So like it's not moderation. It's about balance. More than that, you start to get a lot of more inflammation, especially as you get older in your body. But you want to fuel your body with good, healthy food, but you also want to fuel it with knowledge. That means not listening to all the negativity that the news and other things and these outlets want to bring you. Focus on what builds you up. What builds up your relationships, your career, your spirituality, your mindset. Focus on podcasts such as today's and others out there that are going to fuel both the body and the mind. Both are equally important. The next one is focus on your health regimen. So yes, healthy food keeps your body fueled and knowledge keeps the mind fueled. No doubt about that. But moving your body, right? Moving your body, part of your health regimen. So we'll talk about health regimen and including movement in that too. Movement enables you to have the energy to do more. That's the truth. So if your body's in great shape, and again, I'm not getting into six-pack abs and all that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a healthy, fit body. If you are healthy and fit and you exercise most days of the week, you're going to have more energy. You're just going to have more stamina. It's just the truth, right? Like if your body gets used to exercising 30 to 60 minutes, and it does, you walk 10,000 steps per day, you do some weight training 2-3 days a week, you do some cardio 3-4 days a week, you have a body that's just more fit and it enables you to get more out of it. That's the great thing. So now you're able to work more. Does that mean work more in your job? No, work more in life, right? With your family, with your kids. It's one of the greatest things I've ever done is I waited. And now again, this isn't for everybody. And I don't want to say that this is the right thing for everybody. I waited until I got healthy. I really wanted to do that for me, but for my kids as well. And so when they were young, I opened my second wellness location in Boston. That was 1 million hours a week. I had my daughter, all of these, and so we were always going, but I never neglected the food, the exercise, the good nutritional supplements, the detoxes, all the things to keep my body going. And now to this day, maybe I don't work the same crazy schedule as I had then with not sleeping as much because you have a newborn and starting a brand new location and investing everything you have into that. No, but the truth is, I'm able to be present. I'm able to be really stable and just in the moment saying, oh, no, my daughter needs me right now, right? And so this is their time. They have a question, stop what you're doing. You don't need to be on your phone right now. Put it down, listen to what they have to say. Just being present, but also just having the energy in both body and mind to be able to do that. All right. The next one I want to share with you is this: continuing education. Continuing education, yes, it's knowledge for the mind, but you need to know why you're studying something, right? So continuing education can look like this. You want to up-level your job, your career, your finances, whatever it is. Well, invest in whatever that next thing is that would take you to the next level. For your relationships, it's an important one. So you should be reading about how can you enhance your relationships, or on your health. If you're looking to get healthier, what could you do? Well, study something like high performance health, or read the latest great book on whatever the topic is, not just an article, but go deeper, right? Something that's going to take you a little bit of time. A good book, 300 pages, you read 10 pages a day, you read a book a month, right? That's about 30 minutes a day. Invest in that, invest in yourself. That's what continuing education is all about, right? Our Integrative Health Practitioner Institute is for people looking to be the health coach in their home, to take their health to that next level, to understand how to read labs for themselves, for their family, or even create their own practice. So the next one is this: focus on the relationships that need to work. So you want your coworker relationships to work. You want your church or other community relationships to work, but you need your family relationships to work, in my opinion. Again, this is one person's opinion, but I think if you don't have a strong, healthy relationship with your spouse, everything becomes more challenging. Same with your kids, same with your parents. Now, things happen, and I get that. There's also seasons to life. Sometimes it's more challenging than others. There's no doubt about that. And so I get it, I understand, but it is worth focusing on, right? And it is something that you can control, at least from your standpoint. Can you control the other individual? No, but you can control your input, and that matters. I want to share one more with you. I think it's really important. It's focusing on your inner peace, because the world around us can be chaos. And you know what? Sometimes it is. I really think that it's difficult to escape those seasons of life completely. The goal, as I've said before, and that I've really learned from people like Jim Rohn, is to move through those seasons as quickly as possible. They will come around, right? In New England, a winter can be very brutal. It really can. Your goal is to move through that January, February, March as quickly as possible. And then enjoy those high points. Enjoy the warm seasons. Enjoy the spring, the summer, the fall, right? So it's really important that even in the hard times, you're focusing on your inner peace. Different people have different ways of doing this. Reading a religious text on a daily basis, reading something motivational, having a person that you can talk to when times are challenging, something else to be able to relieve stress, like a good workout, or, even it might be something that you look at as kind of your daily practice. So for me, I try to anchor 3 times a day. I have a podcast on the 3 anchors per day that you're welcome to check out. But no matter what, I make sure that I have my AM anchor before the family gets up, before that starts. And the other one is basically when my daughters go to bed and I'm just getting ready for bed. Those 2 anchors essentially set me up for the day and end the day strongly. No matter how the day went, I'm able to anchor and really just move back to a state of peace of mind. So many times we have very stressful lives, or at least stressful things that happen within our life. And our goal is to not let that rob us of our inner peace. Hopefully today's show was helpful. As always, I appreciate you being a member of the Cabral Concept community. If the show was helpful, do feel free to share it with anyone you believe it could serve. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.